I spent 4,000 resin on the Pale Flame artifact domain. I did this in hopes of one day becoming the #1 Razor main NA. Razor has always been an interesting character to me, because his elemental burst summons this electric wolf which enhances his attacks and increases his attack speed. If you didn't know, I am a very big fan of the anime JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In this series, there are these ethereal beings called stands. These stands are a visual manifestation of the soul of the user. Each stand has a unique ability and have physical capabilities that far surpass a normal human. This sounds very close to Razor's ability, which naturally drew me to him and made me want to make him the most powerful stand user he could be. So the moment I hit AR 45, I was off to the Pale Flame artifact domain. Now, there are many different ways that you can build Razor. You can slot him into an aggravate team, you can make him the driver of your Hyperbloom team, but I wanted to make Razor himself as strong as he could be. So I decided to go with a physical DPS build, which calls for a Pale Flame artifact set. But alas, I was still a wee lad that just hit AR 45. So I enlisted the help of the amazing Genshin community at twitch.tv/Taiyuuji. If I would have done this by myself, it would have taken way longer than it did, because I had 56 fragile resin to use. But that's not even all of the fragile resin that I would get. I farmed this stupid artifact domain on 3 separate days over the course of a week. And during that week, I was able to get more fragile resin from things like the Sakura Tree rewards and knocking out some more of the battle pass, which in turn gave me more fragile resin. So I actually ended up using 62 fragile resin plus the 160 resin that I naturally got on each of those 3 days. So in total, I spent 4,200 resin on the Pale Flame artifact domain. This is a little over 23 days worth of resin. That is a lot of resin. But the question I was asking myself was, would that be enough? As I started running this domain over and over and over again, I started realizing a pattern. I was getting a lot of defense artifacts, and I figured out that I am actually the defense archon. Bow before my power. I have the almighty ability to roll nothing but defense artifacts. Look, defense, bro. I cannot run away from defense. Oh my, I am the defense archon. Come visit me in my nation. What if this is an attack percent sans with crit rate, crit damage? Wait. Oh, fuck. I got trolled. I saw crit damage, crit rate. I thought this was attack percent. Why you done this, Hoyoverse? We all sacrificed ourselves for these artifacts. Surely you give me... There was 2 goblets there, man. I was just wondering, you know, maybe I got some good artifacts. Come on, then. Give it to me. Come on. I smell it. Maybe. Woo! Crap. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Hoyoverse? Elemental Mastery is okay, because we're going to be proccing Super Conduct. Boy. Yo, physical damage, please. Please. Please, Hoyoverse. Please. There's no way. Oh, I'm crying. MiHoYo didn't even take me out to dinner first. Just physical damage. Physical. Physical. I do not believe this. I cannot believe this. I refuse. I refuse to believe that this is the reality in which I live in. Now, I will admit, I was getting cucked hard by this artifact domain. I was nearing the end of my fragile resin reserve, and I still hadn't gotten a single usable artifact. Things were looking grim. My back was against the wall. But you know me, when the chips are down, Taiyuuji delivers. Just when it looked like all hope was lost, I clutched the goddamn grenade launcher.
And I clutched the goddamn grenade launcher.
Look at that piece. A flower with both crit rate and crit damage on it. If this flower rolled even halfway decently, this could change everything. So we're going to go ahead and roll this. We're going to roll this piece, and we're going to pray to the lords in heaven above. Hold your horses, hold your goats. We actually hit a crit rate roll. This is not a drill. It is going down right now. Hoyoverse, I knew you cared. Must be a fluke, not defense percent. You know what? We got 2 crit rate rolls on a 3-liner. I don't even care. That's an improvement. That's a W for the entire day. But we get 3. Let's go. Okay, just a sec. Can we get a 4th? Can we get a Quadra? Even if it doesn't happen, I am perfectly happy with this piece. Do I hear a Quadra? Oh, it's a Quadra. Let's go. Okay, that's a banger. That's a banger. And just like that, we got a 42 crit value piece. Unfortunately, that was really the only good piece we got. A couple days later, as I said, I did use the extra 6 fragile resin I got from quests and the battle pass, but I didn't get anything that could replace the artifacts that I already had, even though they are very replaceable artifacts. Please, Hoyo First, fix your game. So after using 4,200 resin, this is the razor that we're working with currently. So we are sitting with a level 80 razor. We can't ascend into level 90 yet until we hit AR 50. And then we are also sitting here with the level 80 Snow Tomb Star Silver. Yes, I did do the quest. I did the secret quest. I got the secret sword. We will be taking this to level 90 once we can, but right now, as I said, we're locked by adventure rank. So what can you expect to get after using 4,200 resin? 23 days worth of resin. Well, it's not very good. So this is the piece that I was showing you. This is the piece that I'm like proud of, even though these 2 substats are useless. This is a 42 crit value piece. That's pretty good. But if we look at this feather, you know, there's not much to say. This is like really, like, I rolled into other feathers, and that's like really, why did I even roll this? I was coping so hard when I was rolling this. So as I was saying, like, I rolled every single feather that I got that was even kind of reasonable to roll, and this is the best one that I got. I did not get a single attack percent sands that even had both crit rate and crit damage on it. I didn't even get that opportunity to try and roll that. This was literally the only attack percent sands that got a crit damage subset on it, and these other 3 stats are completely useless. I got one, count them, one physical damage bonus goblet after 4,200 resin. This is actually the only other physical damage bonus goblet that I've gotten while playing the game, and it's a 4-star artifact. And then we did get a lot of crit damage and crit rate circlets. I did end up like dumping them into some of these. So I think in total we got like 2 crit damage circlets and 4 crit rate circlets. And out of those, 4 of them had the opposite crit stat on it. So this one right here is a crit damage with crit rate, and this one's crit rate with crit damage. But unfortunately, this was the best one. I think the other highest one was 13 crit damage. It only rolled into it once. Kind of unlucky, and all 3 of these subsets aren't very good. So what can we conclude from this? Therefore, vis-a-vis, I say that to say, Genshin Impact sucks. Or at least the Pale Flame artifact domain sucks. At least to me, it was not very kind to me. I am going to keep building Razor. I will continue this series, and whenever I get an actual usable artifact set, we're popping off, we're celebrating. There will be riots in the streets. Mark my words, I will be the #1 Razor main NA. Thank you very much for watching the entire video if you did. And just remember, you don't have to believe yourself. Believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you. And I'll see you in the next video.